first and second spots on my hit list. Because that's what I was making. First, we needed to bring the public to our side. Hopefully. Second, everyone on my hit list needed to die. Grace tried to soothe this thought out of me. And like I said, I wasn't trying to be a villain here. But everyone needed to go. A fresh start. A clean slate. Everyone except us. Clearly. And after we did the necessary deeds, we would retire and be done with this world. I would do what every man wanted to do deep down inside. Whisk my ass away to an island with my harem of women. Not unlike the shitbird Thai king had done during the coronavirus epidemic. So there was a light at the end of the tunnel. One of island living with a group of beautiful women. Now we just had to wait it out a little longer.
Writer Gideon,
Grace said, the psychic shifter lying on the bed behind me. Yeah?
I thought you were supposed to be plotting your book, your new idea, not rambling on about your hit list.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I turned to look at her. The woman now in the form of Fran from Final Fantasy XII. Her skin a shade of chocolate, her hair white, bunny ears sprouting from the top of her head, her ass cheeks visible because she was lying on her side. Where did you get that costume? I asked her.
I was just playing around in your head,
she said, turning her rear to me so I could get an even better view.
As usual.
Why that one, though?
It gave you a boner one time when you were playing the remake, sometime around 2020, which, according to your own thoughts, was a little late to be starting the game.
I'm not proud of it, I told her, but I can't deny it.
So come lie down next to me and see what's under my bunny tail,
she said, even though she didn't have a poofy bunny tail at the moment. I've got to put this idea down, I told her.
Suit yourself, but stop brooding.
Right. No more brooding. Grace, Dorian, and I had just come from one of the Smithsonian museums. The museums had all blurred together at some point, but we had ended up at the one with modern art pieces, crazy statues, a weird room that lit up based on the pulse of whoever touched a metallic sphere at the top of a pedestal in the center of the room, that sort of trippy thing. And it was at the museum when the idea struck me like a bolt of lightning fired out of Richard Gere's ass once the hamster was finally freed. I was abandoning my previous WIPs. No Mutants in the Making 2, and sadly enough, no Manchester, Meow Roar, for the time being. I wanted to write something completely different, and looking at the art pieces had given me an idea. Isekai? Check, because who doesn't want to escape? Pulp? Might as well. It was the life I led. Dungeon crawling? It was game lit adjacent, so why the hell not? Action? Yes, because apparently books are supposed to have action. Sex? Definitely a necessity. I was still working out the details, but as it stood, the story would be about a guy who alternated between two worlds. One, a dream world known as the Orange Veil, a name I'd lifted off a painting. And one, the real world. New York City, to be exact. Growing up in Connecticut, I had taken the train to Grand Central Station more times than I could count, and had explored much of Manhattan. Other parts of New York City, like Brooklyn or the Bronx or Harlem, weren't really places I had a working knowledge of. But Manhattan, that was my bag, baby. The Upper East and West Side, Lower Manhattan, the Financial District, the East Village, the West Village, Soho. I was intimately familiar with these places. So that was the real-world setting. And walking back from the museum, of course using Grace's power to disguise myself as Old Man Gideon, I had this idea of a main character who was an insomniac in one world and a narcoleptic in another. It was stupid. Just so stupid that it would work.
Right, Gideon,
Grace said with a yawn.